transparency issue tonight that has many people around the state asking questions. The Mississippi Legislature is restricting the public's access to documents. This relates to the school funding debate that's going on right now. We may never know the details of the state's six-figure agreement with a group that will potentially rewrite how the state hands out education dollars. The legislature is not in session, but a committee passed a policy today. It restricts the public's access to the contracts the state has entered into. The House Management Committee did this. It approves contracts involving the House of Representatives. It voted today to adopt a new policy. Mississippi Today's Kate Royals first broke the news. Her group filed a public records request for the state's contract with EdBuild. That's the group that Mississippi is paying to rewrite the state's education funding formula. The state is paying the Jersey-based nonprofit group $250,000 to potentially replace the current formula. That's called Mississippi Adequate Education Program, or MAEP. That passed in 1997. The Mississippi Today reporter expected to see the contract. Instead, she got this policy. Now, the policy is lawful. A clause in the Mississippi Public Records Act, passed in 1983, gives the legislature the authority to deny access if it wants to. It says in part, nothing in this chapter shall be construed as denying the legislature the rights to regulate public access to its records. The act states that it can deny access if there's confidential information. Tuesday's policy recategorizes committee contracts as confidential. So this is a copy of the policy WCBI obtained. It passed 7-3. It in part says this: all contracts entered into by the House Management Committee shall be confidential and shall not be released to any person or entity except as specifically directed by the House Management Committee. The Senate Rules Committee will vote on this same policy at its meeting next week. Democratic Representative John Hines commented to Mississippi Today about this policy. Quote, "I think it's unfair. I really do." That's what he said. Democratic Representative Jay Hughes tweeted this out. He represents District 12, which includes Lafayette County. "Transparency, MS style," he said. He says now the whole thing is a secret. Speaker Philip Gunn and Lieutenant Governor Tate Reeves announced Monday that the public will have a chance to make comments on the state school funding formula. That'll be Thursday at the Capitol. Members of VBuild will be in attendance there. We couldn't find any other state in America that has restrictions like these, and we looked. If any do, it would have to have been passed recently and come from policies like this one, passed under the radar. We hope it doesn't pass under your radar.